This is actually the second attempt at us trying to record these songs. It was a bit of a weird day for us. The first time around, I woke up and it turned out my body had started to give up on me or something, and my heart was just doing weird things, and so I made the sensible decision to not record that day and went to the hospital instead. So it's quite nice to actually finally get to the studio and my body's working properly. It's definitely better than the first time around. It did feel kind of hilariously ironic that my heart had fallen into an irregular rhythm, and all I was trying to do was keep a regular rhythm. So we've got our bass player Mark doing all of our recording for this EP, same as what we did for the first one. It's a really, really nice way of working if you've got, you know, that ability, because you keep everything sort of in-house, as it were, and all the ideas are kind of bounced between band members, and it keeps our thinking very in the sort of same direction. It feels like it makes everything a bit more sort of cohesive.
When we record, I think we always want it to sound as true to a live experience as possible, and I think technology is really cool because you can layer things up together, and there are certain things you can do to add extra sounds in, which is really interesting. And I think if you're a creative musician, you're always going to want to push things further and to bring in lots of different technologies. But at the same time, I think there's something really simple about the way that we approach the music, and we don't want to hide behind technology. But I think that things are becoming more accessible to more people, so the kind of sounds that we can get for like a really low budget would have just been completely out of the reach of musicians, especially with our kind of backgrounds 20, 30 years ago. Would have been a completely different thing.
Past sort of year and a half has been a bit of a crazy one for me, and I'm starting to realise a lot of stuff about growing up. Like, I'm in a very serious relationship at the moment, which is awesome, but obviously as you get older, relationships get a lot more complicated. I wrote a song about getting old. I kind of wrote about my granddad, the song Penknife anyway, because he is deaf now, and I kind of wish I'd made the time when I was younger to have more conversations with him, because now we can't even speak. I mean, overall I think it's definitely like a coming of age themed record, just about growing up really. Whereas I think the last EP was probably more about focusing on things that happened in the past, on past experiences, whereas this is kind of looking forward